Rao Shankar, Chemistry. In this video, I would like to explain how to draw the structures of alkenes and how many covalent bonds are present in the alkenes, especially how many sigma bonds are there, how many pi bonds are there, and hybridization of carbon atoms in a particular alkene. So get ready, students. Along with that, I would like to explain Lewis dot structure. Get ready. Alkenes. Put reading along with me. Alkenes. Alkenes. I said alkenes are hydrocarbons. Alkenes also called olefins. Olefins. Alkenes are also called olefins. These are unsaturated, especially unsaturated hydrocarbons. Unsaturated hydrocarbon means those hydrocarbons consist of at least one double bond, one triple bond between carbon and carbon are called unsaturated hydrocarbons. Because of in case of alkenes, at least one double bond present between carbon and carbon. Alkenes. General formula CnH2n. CnH2n. Here n equal number of carbon atoms. Alkenes, also called olefins, unsaturated hydrocarbon, general formula CnH2n. To draw the structures of alkenes, first of all we have to know number of word root, that means what is the name must be given to the alkenes if the alkenes consist of 1 to 10 carbons. Okay. If the any hydrocarbon consists of only one carbon atom, that is called meth. 2 carbon atoms, eth. 3 carbon atoms, prop. 4 carbon atoms, but. 5 carbon atoms, pent. 6 carbon atoms, hex. 7 carbon atoms, hept. 8 carbon atoms, oct. 9 carbon atoms, non. 10 carbon atoms, det. So to draw the Lewis dot structure, or to find out the chemical formula of alkenes, first of all you have to know 3 points. Point number 1, what is the name must be given to the particular hydrocarbon if the carbon contains 1 or 2 or 3. If the hydrocarbon consists of only one carbon atom, meth. 2 carbon atoms, eth. 3 carbon atoms, prop. 4 carbon atom, but. 5 carbon atom, pent. 6 carbon atom, hex. 7 carbon atoms, hept. 8 carbon atom, oct. 9 carbon atoms, non. 10 carbon atoms, det. Point number 2. What is the general formula of alkenes? General formula of alkenes, CnH2n, here n equal to number of carbon atoms. Next, point number 3 you have to remember, that is in case of alkenes at least one double bond must be present between any two carbon atoms. At least one double bond must be present between any two carbon atoms. Point number 3. Right. So these 3 are basic points which are required to draw the structures of alkenes. Okay. So please copy these 3 points. So now let us discuss one by one how to draw the structure of first member of alkene, second member followed by third member followed by fourth member. Right. Copy this. So let us start first member of alkene, that is ethene. Write down ethene. Ethene. What is the chemical formula of ethene? It means 2 carbons. General formula CnH2n. It means 2 carbons, that means general formula CnH2n. Let us substitute 2 in the place of n. C2 H4. Ethene chemical formula C2H4. Chemical formula C2H4. Next one. Detailed structure. At least one double bond must be present between carbon and carbon in case of alkenes. Remaining valence of carbon must be filled by the hydrogen. So these are detailed structure of ethene. Ethene. How many covalent bonds are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 covalent bonds are there. 6 covalent bonds. Among 6 covalent bonds, 5 are sigma bonds, 1 is pi bond. Ethene. Chemical formula C2H4. At least one double bond must be present between carbon and carbon in case of alkenes. I placed one double bond between these two carbon atoms. Right? How many covalent bonds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 covalent bonds are there. 6 covalent bonds. Right? Among 6 covalent bonds, 5 bonds are sigma bonds and 1 pi bond. 5 sigma bonds are there, 1 pi bond. Right. So what is the nature of hybridization of these two carbon atoms in ethene? Listen to me. This carbon atom has given double bond with this carbon atom. So this undergoes sp2 hybridization. So this one also sp2 hybridized carbon. So two sp2 hybridized carbons are there in case of ethene. So chemical formula, detailed structure, number of covalent bonds, nature of hybridization of carbon atom. The third one, next one is Lewis dot structure. How to draw the Lewis dot structure of ethene? We require two carbon atoms, two main circles for carbon atoms. These two are for carbon atoms. Next, each carbon is connected with two hydrogen atoms as shown in the figure. Right. Hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. Carbon Lewis dot structure, 4 unpaired electrons. Hydrogen Lewis dot structure, H dot. So hydrogen H dot, H dot, H dot, H dot. Carbon, each carbon 4 unpaired electrons. 1, 2. Remaining 2 unpaired electrons must be placed here. This carbon atom 4, 1, 2, remaining 2. This is the Lewis dot structure of ethene. First, framing chemical formula, followed by detailed structure, followed by number of covalent bonds, followed by nature of hybridization of carbon atoms in particular alkene, and followed by Lewis dot structure. Make a note. Propene. So divide the name into two parts. Propene. Prop means 3 carbon atoms. Ene means at least one double bond between carbon and carbon. So now let us frame the chemical formula. General formula. Propene is the alkane. General formula CnH2n. CnH2n. Here unequal 3 carbon atoms. C3H6. This is the chemical formula of propane. C3H6. Right? Chemical formula C3H6. Detailed structure. At least one double bond between any two carbon atoms. 3 carbon atoms are there. 1, 2, 3. One double bond between any two carbon atoms. Remaining valence must be filled by hydrogens. 2 hydrogens. This carbon atom already has given 3 bonds, remaining 1 bond with hydrogen. 3 hydrogens. C3H6. This is the detailed structure. How many covalent bonds are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 covalent bonds are there. Among 9 covalent bonds, 8 are sigma bonds, 1 pi bond. 8 sigma bonds, 1 pi bond. 8 sigma bonds, 1 pi bond. Next one, hybridization of carbon atoms. They has given only single bonds with neighboring. So sp3 carbon. This is sp3 carbon. This is a sp2 carbon. This is a sp2 carbon. Alkanes has two types of carbon atoms. sp3 hybridized carbon atoms and sp2 hybridized carbon atoms. So making chemical formula, detailed structure, number of covalent bonds, among them how many sigma bonds are there, how many pi bonds are there, and nature of hybridization of carbon atoms in propane. Next, Lewis dot structure. How many carbon atoms are there? 3 carbon atoms. We require 3 circles. 1, 2, 3. Carbon, carbon, carbon. This carbon atom gets attached with 3 hydrogen atoms. 1, 2, 3. This carbon atom only 1 hydrogen. This one is 2. 1, 2. Hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. Hydrogen, Lewis dot structure H dot, H dot, H dot, H dot, H dot, H dot. Are you following, my dears? Carbon Lewis dot structure 4 unpaired electron. 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon atom 1, 2. Remaining 2 must be placed here. This carbon atom 1, 2. Remaining 2 must be placed here. This is the electron dot structure or Lewis dot structure of propane. Propane chemical formula C3H6. This is a detailed structure. Propene has 9 covalent bonds, among them 8 are sigma bonds, 1 pi bond. And propene, one carbon atom undergoes sp3 hybridization, remaining 2 carbon atom undergoes sp2 hybridization. Okay, this will be the Lewis dot structure of propane. Make a note. Butene, butene, butene. Divide the name into 2 parts. Butene. But means, right, 4 carbon atom. Ene means, yes, at least one double bond between any 2 carbon atoms. One double bond. General formula for alkenes CnH2n. Here n equal, yes, 4 carbon atoms. 4 C4H8. The chemical formula butane is C4H8. C4H8. Right. Now let us find out number of covalent bonds. To find out number of covalent bonds, we need to draw detailed structure. 4 carbon atoms, 1, 2, 3. Among this one double bond must be placed in any 2 carbon atoms, between any 2 carbon atoms. Okay. Remaining valency must be filled with hydrogen. Alright. How many covalent bonds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 covalent bonds are there. Among 12 covalent bonds, 11 are sigma bonds, 1 pi bond. 1 pi bond, 11 sigma bonds. Next one, nature of hybridization. They has given only single bond, sigma bonds with neighboring, single bonds with neighboring. So this is sp3 hybridization. This is also sp3 hybridized carbon. This is sp2 hybridized carbon. This is sp2 hybridized carbon. Okay, right. Chemical formula, detailed structure, number of covalent bonds. Now, Lewis dot structure. The four carbon atoms, we require four circles per carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this carbon gets attached with three hydrogen atoms. This carbon, two hydrogen atoms. This one is only one hydrogen atom, and this one is with two hydrogen atoms. Hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. Here hydrogen, here it is with two hydrogen atoms. Carbon, 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 carbon. So Lewis dot structure of hydrogen, H dot, 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 H dot. Then what about carbon? Four unpaired electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4. This carbon, 1, 2. Remaining two must be placed here, but because of this carbon has given double bond with neighboring carbon atom. So two unpaired electron must be placed here. Carbon 1, 2, remaining two must be placed here. Right? So this is a Lewis dot structure of butene. Butene chemical formula C4H8. Number of covalent bonds 12. Among them 11 sigma bonds and only one pi bond. Next, in butane, two carbon atoms undergo sp3, whereas other two carbon atom undergoes sp2 hybridization. And this is the Lewis dot structure of butane. Make a note. Dot structure. Next one is pentene. Pentene. So divide the name into two parts. Pentene. Pent means five carbons. Ene means at least one double bond between carbon and carbon. So general formula CnH2n. Here n equal number of carbon atom. That means according to given question. So that is n will be 5. C5H10. The chemical formula of pentene is C5H10. So let us draw the detailed structure. How many carbon atoms? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least one double bond must be present between carbon and carbon. Right? Remaining valency must be filled with hydrogen. Hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. Right. This is a detailed structure of pentene. Covalent bonds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 15 covalent bonds are there. 15 covalent bonds. Among 15 covalent bonds, 14 are sigma bonds and 1 pi bond is present. 1 pi bond. Okay, right. Lewis dot structure. 5 carbon atoms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is gets attached with 3 hydrogen atoms. 1, 2, 3. This carbon 2, 1, 2. Next one, this one with 2. This one with 1, 2. hydrogen, 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 right? Hydrogen Lewis dot structure H dot, 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 H dot. Are you following? Right? Now, carbon, four unpaired electrons. One, two, three, four. This carbon, one, two, three, four. This carbon, one, two, three, four. This carbon, one, two. Remaining two must be placed here because of it has given one double bond with neighboring carbon atom. So, one, two. This one, two. Remaining two must be placed here. These are Lewis dot structure or electron dot structure of pentene. In case of alkenes, regarding class 10 chemistry, you will get the question like this. What is the chemical formula of ethene, propene, pentene, butene, and how many covalent bonds are there? Next, among covalent bonds, how many sigma bonds are there? How many pi bonds are there? Next one. So the Lewis dot structure of pentene, butene, ethene like that. And nature of hybridization also. That means how many sp2 hybridized carbon atoms are there in butene, how many sp3 hybridized carbon atoms are there in butane. So these kind of questions you will get in case of examination regarding alkenes. sp3 hybridized carbon, this is sp3 hybridized carbon, sp3 hybridized carbon, these two are sp2, sp2, this one is sp2. Okay, make a note.